For reviews, interviews, and your daily film picks, click the bell icon and subscribe to Film Companion South now.
Every decade has an incident that forever alters the course of the nation's history. The 70s had the emergency, the 80s had the Sikh riots and its aftermath, the 90s had the Babri Masjid and the riots that followed, the 2000s had the attacks of 26/11. 26/11 is an incident that is hard for any Indian to forget. It's an incident I remember watching on television with shock and horror. The massacre of innocents in a railway station, the twistedness to attack a hospital where patients were being treated, or the lowest of lows for Indian media as they selfishly broadcasted everything that was happening live, much to the joy of the handlers who were in Pakistan. It was heartbreaking to see a city laid limp by a bunch of retarded psychopaths blinded by religion and hatred. The incident forever changed the way India looked at security, the police, and terrorism. Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. You're watching Not a Taller Review. My name is Hriday Ranjan. This week's movie is Major, directed by KiranTikka. The film stars Adivi Sesh, Saiee Manjrekar, Shobita Dolipala, Prakash Raj, and Revati. Major focuses on the exploits of Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan, a martyr at the Taj Hotel. Major as a film could have been many things, but it chooses to be a hagiographic portrayal of Sandeep Unnikrishnan, the hero of 26/11 who lost his life in the battle with terrorists on that fateful day. We meet Major Unnikrishnan, who has been obsessed with uniforms since childhood, a youngster who wears his heart on his sleeve and does not blindly follow orders. A film like Major is tricky because the exploits of Major Unnikrishnan are still fresh in the minds of the people. We know the ending, but we want to know the inside story. What was he like as a person? What goes on in the mind of a person who values his country over everything else? Actor Adivi Sesh, who also wrote the story and screenplay of the movie, begins the film by showing Sandeep's childhood. We get scenes of him falling in love, of pursuing his love and his obsession with the armed forces. There is one good bit of writing when Sandeep applies for the Navy and a chance comment transforms what could have been a breakup into a fresh start. Major as a movie is so much in love with its leading man that we get too many close-ups and heroic shots of the protagonist, while Sesh is undoubtedly charming and has a chameleon-like ability to slip into role across ages. The emotional scenes of the movie aren't very moving. The film well and truly picks up in the second half when cinematographer Vamsi Pachipulsu shoots his frames with love. Shri Charan Pakala strums up a rousing background score and our man Avinash Kolla is back. His recreation of the Taj Hotel depicts the irony of grandeur covered with blood, tears and madness. Shobita Dolipala, who appears in an extended cameo, is very good in the role of a guest who is also a brave heart. Saiee Manjrekar, in her second outing in Telugu cinema, gets a role that is painted in extremely broad brushstrokes. She goes from cute to weepy in a flash, as if to increase the stakes for our protagonist. Saiee Manjrekar is mostly sighing in the movie. Adivi Sesh as the lead bears an uncanny resemblance to the martyr and gives it his all. From the word go, he personifies the grit and the tragic valor of a young man who looks adversity in the eye. While Sesh the actor is in fine form, it is Sesh the writer who seems inconsistent. The film lacks the emotional heft you would expect with seasoned actors like Revati and Prakash Raj. The film's tone is more mythological than personal. We never see any flaws or fears, and the training montages seem run-of-the-mill. I was reminded of Ram Gopal Varma's The Attacks of 26/11, which was a searing, humane portrayal of the horror of the attacks. Major unfortunately lacks the emotions. Except for a bit where Sandeep deals with the pesky media houses, there are no flashes of originality in the writing or dialogues. Or take the terrorists in the movie. In real life, you know that they committed such a ghastly act. But in the film, you don't feel anything when you see them, neither dread or fear or anger or disgust.
Sir, terrorist auditions idena? My name is Santosh Khan, sir. 30 years industry as a terrorist. రోజా చూసారా? పిల్ల టెర్రరిస్ట్, మీ ఓన్లీ. ఖడ్గం చూసారా? అందులో యూత్ టెర్రరిస్ట్, అగైన్ మీ ఓన్లీ. రీసెంట్గా వైల్డ్ డాగ్, అందులో వైల్డెస్ట్ డాగ్, బావ్ 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 బావ్, మీ ఓన్లీ సార్. ఐఎమ్ ఏ వెరీ గుడ్ మెథడ్ యాక్టర్ సార్. ఎంత మెథడ్ యాక్టర్ అంటే గోకుల్ చాట్ నన్ను బ్యాన్ చేసింది సార్. చాట్ ఇవ్వట్లేదు నన్ను. అండ్ ఆఫ్ఘనిస్తాన్ గేవ్ మీ గోల్డెన్ వీసా టు దర్ కంట్రీ సార్. హూ గెట్స్ ఇట్ సార్?
No, but that's okay. Can you act like a terrorist?
Oh, me? మీకు ఇంట్లో బాంబు పెడుతుంది, నేను పెడుతుంది. ఆశా ఈషా ఫౌండేషన్ సేవ్ సాయిల్, కిల్ మస్కిటోస్.
Sir, water.
Hey, is this halal water?
Hey, మీ స్మైల్ చాలా బాగుంది. You are selected for the... No, not you. This guy.
ఏ అమ్మా!
అంటే యాక్చువల్లీ ఇది మహేష్ బాబు సినిమా కదా, ఫ్యామిలీ మూవీ. We need friendly terrorists, not scary terrorists. Are you okay with that decision?
You mean kubule? Talak, talak, talak.
Major salvages itself in the second half when we are in the middle of the action. Adivi Sesh is most comfortable in the action scenes and the technical crew whip up an efficient climax. Even though we know how things will end, it is still gripping and kind of heartbreaking. Civilians like you and me will never fully grasp what it means to lay down one's life for a cause, and Major successfully depicts the bravado and the courage. My misgivings with the film are minor. While it might be lacking in emotions, Major is very clear in what it wants to be, an ode to a martyr. Thank you so much for watching our review of the movie Major. We'll be back next week with another review. Please remember to press the bell icon and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more reviews, videos and interviews. Thank you.